you're over the age of 35, stop everything you're doing right now. After a lifetime of eating fatty foods, you may run the risks of a stroke or heart attack due to plaque buildup in your veins and arteries. To learn how you can reduce your risks, visit youthfountainlab.com or call 1-800-853-7856 today. This may be a life-changing call for you or someone you love. Thank you, and we hope to hear from you.
Yes, everybody listening under the sound of my voice, make sure you guys go to the top line of the description and go to youthfountainlab.com. This decision may actually change your life, and that is no cap or no joke, man. Let's jump into the story right now, because apparently, allegedly, it appears that D.L. Hughley was actually confronted by one of Kanye West's friends. Now, before I get to this, and I got a little bit of footage for y'all. Yes, I came prepared like I always do, right? Follow us on Twitter, right? Our Twitter page is HHU for life. That's HHU for life. We're trying to push, get to a milestone. So just stay tuned. HHU for life. And that link is in the description box right underneath the link for youthfountainlab.com. So, all right, man. So the video came out earlier today. Theophilus London, who was a close friend of Kanye West, ran into D.L. Hughley at the same restaurant, I think out in L.A. I'm going to play the footage before I get to the actual footage. You guys already know what it is. Let's hit that like button. Let's get to 500 likes real quick, right? Keep hitting it. Go ahead. Okay. All right. Once we have 500 likes, now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to play this video. And then we're going to do some commentary, man. Stay tuned. All right, so there's Theophilus. He pushed this video up, and shout out to the Shade Room for getting the inside track on this. He goes on to say, I told him to apologize on camera for doing that dumb Vlad interview, right? And then he shows himself vaping or whatever he's doing right there. And you could definitely see it. That's D.L. Hughley. And he looked like he was actually walking away from him. And does he look scared? I ain't gonna say he looks scared at all. I'm not gonna say that, but nevertheless, this dude Theophilus is claiming that he ran into and confronted D.L. Hughley in a restaurant out in, I think, Los Angeles, and it was for his D.L. Hughley's Vlad TV interview where he was throwing shade at Kanye West, his parenting style, and things like that. Now, since then, it's been firestorm. Steve Harvey came out and defended D.L. Hughley. But I would say the consensus, in my opinion, I took a poll here on Hip Hop News Uncensored, is that a lot of people are siding with Kanye West, and a lot of people don't like the patterns that D.L. Hughley has been displaying over the past few years. Now, he's done a lot. I mean, great comedian. I think a lot of time he speaks out. Sometimes he's right on point. But other times, he is totally off base. And I'm not going to sit up here and act like I agree with everything a person says. And I know you guys don't agree with me all the time. But one thing we do know, right, is you can't tell us this is sugar when it's shit. You can't do that. You can't pull the wool over intelligent people's eyes. Now, if somebody's showing you who they are, like they said, you believe them, right? Now, I'm not totally stripping, D.L. Hughley of his credibility. No, I'm just saying some of the stuff that he has done and said over the past few years and his actions are very, very suspect. Now, you guys can refer to the video that I did here on Hip Hop News Uncensored. I'll leave a card. You guys can check it out right at the top of the screen there. Where we talked about D.L. Hughley exposing his true colors. And, for one, I just think that his agendas become very apparent in times like this, election times, and when tragedies and things happen. It's almost like, they got a group of people who, when this happens, all right, I'm going to hit D.O. up. Oh, when this happens, I'm going to hit this person up. When this happens, we need to go to our go-to person in this because they can calm them down or they can, steer the narrative any way they want to steer the narrative. It almost seems like that. And I said it in that video, too. It's a shame. And not that I or you, because we're intelligent, right, here at Hip Hop News Uncensored, right, are looking up to these people as leaders and things like that. Nah, that's not what we're doing, right? But it says something when you have, millions of people following you and you're a celebrity and you're a star and the bottom line is you got influence over people, whether willingly or unwillingly. And, I think with great power becomes great responsibility. Now, I'm not saying you always got to agree or always, be straight down the middle on a certain topic with everyone, but at the end of the day, it's like, dude, like, come on, man. Like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Like, why are you so quick to always go in on this person and this person and this person? But when it's time to speak out for real, you are silent. Why are you endorsing these people for years, and then when they drop the ball, proverbially, you're quiet? It just reeks of I ain't gonna say it. It just reeks of it, man. It reeks of somebody who has ulterior motives. It reeks of someone who, you know, may have just taken a different, or has an agenda, I should say. Whether that's a paid for agenda, I don't know. I can't say. But one thing we're going to do over here is keep it 100. It's a lot of watered down stuff. And a lot of people, they don't want to irritate the order of things in the celebrity world because they want to ascend and climb up that ladder. They want to be around these guys. They want to hobnob with celebrities and rappers. I don't give a damn. If we want to interview you, cool. I got a million ways to get it. I'm an entrepreneur at the end of the day. So y'all can have 3 or 4 businesses going on at one time, doing things over here and here and here, fall, bounce back at the end of the day. Not only am I an entrepreneur, I'm independent. So I just don't get caught up in who am I going to offend. Now we have relationships and we got people that we cool with naturally and people that we're friends with naturally. But that don't mean when it's time to put the fire to that ass, then we ain't going to put the fire to that ass. Because nobody's buying us, nobody's paying for us, right? We do what we want to do, here on our own platform. You know what I'm saying? So, hence the name Uncensored, hence the name Hip Hop Uncensored, living up to that name every single day. And, we would rather speak directly to the person and, ask them these questions in their face, critical questions. What's up with your support for Joe Biden? Boom, boom, despite his boom, boom, boom. He gets his answer. All right, we walk away. We made a record of that. We ain't got to debate and argue with nobody, but we're definitely going to ask you the tough questions so we can see where you're coming from. And most of the times, people are going to show you who they are within that 45-minute to an hour interview. And maybe I'm totally wrong about D.L. Hughley, but right now, I just, I kind of think he lost a little bit of credibility, in my opinion. Now, this guy with this story, man, it kind of is what it is. And the other moral of the story will be, it's like, hey, man, you running your mouth, you never know who you're going to run into or when you're going to run into that person. So make sure, that if you are willing to go in on somebody, that you're willing to back that shit up in person, because it's definitely a possibility that you can run into not maybe them, but somebody that they know that they might even have more vitriol, more hate, or more, whatever toward you. But it's your brother Old Hip Hop News Uncensored. Make sure you guys follow us on Twitter. That's HHU for life. That's HHU for life. And don't worry, the link is at the second line of the description box. The first line is youfountainlab.com. Go check that out right now. That might be the decision that saves your life. I'm just letting you know. So youfountainlab.com, man. You guys have a beautiful, beautiful night. On the way out, smash the like button, share the video, and make sure you guys are subscribed and locked in to Hip Hop News Uncensored. Go ahead and do it real quick. Boom! Appreciate it, right? And if you want to get everything that we drop, the second that we drop it, not only do you got to subscribe, boom, right? Appreciate it. Make sure you hit the notification bell. Select the option that says get all notification from this channel. Man, it's your brother, Old God, man. Hip Hop Uncensored is the vibe. So subscribe. I'll see y'all in the chat. I appreciate y'all. I appreciate everybody listening. Follow me on Twitter right now, HHU for life, and I'll follow right back. Peace.